What up? We live back with my people. As always, we got my boy Am from Am Logic. We
What up?
also
What
got
up?
my right hand man, Lamonte. Lamont with the E. Give it up to everybody. Hey, for real, growing up, I always like it's Lamonte. It ain't. It's really Lamonte. Dude ain't French. Dude, French for Lamont. So last time we met up. We were talking about the Bucks and what
Mhm.
they did. So since I should rephrase it, since we've all linked up, uh, the last games that were played, it was 3 games again. We played Toronto. We got stumped by Toronto, 113 to 110. It looked like another one of them games where everybody was shooting exactly the same and equality and all that good stuff, which
Right.
led to nowhere. And it was also the only game that Beasley had a decent game. And we'll get
Because
into
they
him
weren't
later.
playing for real no more. So they're just letting him shoot. They weren't playing
Right.
for real no more.
Good point.
It
Uh
was garbage points.
this is a game though. I did look and no one on the Toronto game, nobody really got off. Like there was no 40 point star during that game.
Yeah, but they don't
Although
got actually no. They don't have
yeah, but
anybody capable of
I
that.
was gonna say Schrader had 24 and 11.
Yeah,
And I don't
that's
think
way too
he's
much.
a 24
Yeah,
and 11 dude
no,
consistently
that's way too
giving
much.
you that.
He's a
Uh,
12-6 guy.
right. Then we went and beat the Knicks 105 to 110. That was a Dame 34 and 4. Giannis had 22, 8 and 6. But Brunson got off. Pause. 45, 5 and 4. He had a huge night.
Shout out to Beasley and Connaughton.
Yeah. Uh, then we played the Nets. Beat the Nets 129, 125. Giannis had 36, 12 and 3. Dame had 21, 6 and 7. But he shot 5 for 15.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Cam got off. Cam Thomas had 45, 4 and 3. Bridges had a big game too, though, for being
Yeah.
honest. He had 31.
Yeah, yeah.
They
But
got a nice 1-2 punch. They
yeah,
gonna be straight for the future. They're two Robins, two good Robins, but they'll be formidable years to come.
yep. And this ain't the first time this season. Cam's had big nights.
Right.
You know, he dropped 27, he dropped 33. So he's
Right.
averaging like 28 so far this year. So
Yeah, no, he
it ain't
hooping
like he
right
a
now.
slouch that stepped up out of nowhere and started
Right.
raining. So
So did Mikal Bridges though. Nobody knew he was gonna be that good leaving the Suns.
they did in Brooklyn. I think they had a lot of faith in him when they picked him
Mhm.
up. Which
They
I'm
did, but I don't think Phoenix did.
right. No. I agree. But was that almost like I hate that I bring him up so much lately, but is that almost like when James Harden was in OKC?
No, they
Yep.
knew he could be one. They just didn't have the money to pay him. They had to choose between him and
But they
Serge Ibaka at the time
exactly though. They chose Ibaka. You think if they would
because
have
they
went
needed
back,
size out west. They
but
needed
do
the
you think?
size.
But do you think if they could would have went back in time to see what Ibaka was and what Harden was, they would have went that hard after Ibaka?
No, but how do you know? I mean, you just don't know Harden was gonna be that. You knew
No,
he was
that's
good,
my
but you didn't
point.
know he was
And
gonna
I
be that.
no, and that's my point. And I think Bridges is in the same boat where I don't know if they had the faith in him to be as good as what he can be. You know, or it could be it's time to let the boy go and let him shine. He can't do that here. You know, we got enough talent.
Well,
Mm,
no, because then they wouldn't have went out and got Bill.
Good
thank you.
point.
That's a
Because
perfect.
with
Yeah, they
Bridges, you
didn't
got
know. Right.
defense
Shout out to
and
Lamont.
he could have
Right.
scored. So I know I don't think that they knew that he could shine like that on the offensive end.
Yeah,
Right.
I'd agree with that.
I agree. Because Bill, they gave up a young gunner for an old broken old man, and Bill,
Right.
Beal gonna get in maybe 50 games this year, 60 max. Max.
60 is really probably pushing it, if we're being honest.
I don't want
He
to
hasn't played
disrespect
yet.
him like that.
Yeah. No, yeah. He hasn't played one game yet this season.
Really?
Yeah.
But he played in the
No
preseason,
game.
didn't he?
Yeah. Then he had back spasms.
Oh, that's hard to recover from. It's gonna be a minute. You just can't come back from that.
Any
Actually,
back
Yeah.
end, ain't there?
oh damn.
So, is it time to put Beasley on the bench and maybe start
Ye-
Beauchamp
Yep, or Crowder.
or Crowder? You know, I admit I was wrong. I thought Beauchamp was better coming off the bench, but I think that we probably can use him more and utilize him more with that
Defensively.
starting five defensively, and he'll get single coverage. Not that he's not an elite superstar, but it'll make his life a lot easy for himself. So, and for us too, which means he can score more. And we need somebody, because I think until Dame and Giannis figure it out, we're gonna need somebody to kind of fill that void. Because I think Dame has moments where he's struggling trying to find. Because I don't think it's the same for him when he's normally probably putting up, 25 shots a game. He ain't
Mhm.
doing that here, and I think that he got to try to figure it out. But I think in the meantime, until we get that rhythm going, I really do think that we need that other score. But kind of with that said, is I feel like Middleton is going to be our difference maker. Surprisingly,
Yeah, he is. But I mean, I've been saying it since preseason. Um, we have an old starting lineup, so we needed Beauchamp athleticism, his defensive prowess, because with Middleton coming back, we don't need really the scoring,
Mm-hmm.
but we need somebody that can create for themselves, that's going to play defense. And I mean, I was looking at Beasley's numbers. 6 games, he's only scored in double figures twice. For your starting two guard, that's horrible.
yeah.
Hey, them cats played the other day. Hey, Lamont, just to piggyback off that, Beasley and Connaughton played the other night 20 minutes apiece and had a combined 2 points. Can you
And
imagine?
see, and here's the thing. And that's the reason why I'm not as hard on. This is going to be a pause moment, but that's the reason why I'm not as hard on Connaughton as I am on Beasley. Connaughton's coming off the bench, so
Yeah.
if he's giving you, the numbers that he's giving you, you kind of expect that for somebody coming off the bench, especially a 3-point shooter, because they need to get warmed up. Beasley is your starter, and he's having 0 points, 5 points. That's ridiculous,
If
man.
it weren't for that 20-point game, he'd be averaging 5 points. Literally.
Yeah, exactly. He had a 20 and an 18. The rest of his highs been 5 points.
5
He had
points.
0 points that game.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something else. I don't know, Mike, if you see that in the stats. Right now, Beauchamp off the bench averages more than Beasley.
It's not hard to average more than Beasley anywhere in that Bucks organization.
Right.
The janitor is averaging 3.7 a game, and he just
played
sweeping.
40 minutes together and had 2 points.
But so I asked while you were gone, is Middleton our difference maker?
Yes, he's playing way better than I thought he was. He looked like he playing on the dude. Middleton had 9 rebounds in a game. I don't ever know him crashing the boards like that. His passing is way better. That injury might have been a blessing in disguise. It looked like the game done slowed down for him. Middleton don't look like he's speedball at all. Like
the game is
he makes
easier
great
now.
decisions.
When he's a third option now, it's easy.
Okay, so y'all both saying that then. Is that the reason then? Is it less pressure?
Dame took all his major roles and responsibilities. And now his life is a lot easier. He's pulling up for threes a lot easier than he would have. his mid range, of course, has always been his forte. But I think life for him is good right now.
because the floor is spread.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good point. Good point. Good
Exactly.
point. And he a
But
real
here,
shooter.
yeah, and here's something that I've been telling you guys. Do you realize with the length that the Bucks have, we're 29th in rebounding?
I seen that. I thought we was last. I didn't know we made it up to 29th. I thought we was dead last.
But I've
Dude,
been when
that's
you've been looking at the
horrible.
stats though, Giannis 4 rebounds. You know, he's had 8. He has to be a double digit rebounder for
Right.
one. But so does Brook Lopez. I know Brook should at least be, because he's not scoring as much. He should at least give me 10 boards.
No, sir. He's not capable. Look at throughout his whole career. Look at his stats and how many times he averaged 10 rebounds.
Yeah,
He
but I
can't
mean,
do it.
if you're, I'm gonna be more like Shaq now in the sense where if you can give me 7, you can give me 10. If he's averaging 4 rebounds, okay, maybe you don't got it. But if you give me 7, 8, you can give me 10 as a
Okay.
center. Dude, 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't jump, but if you put your arms up, you almost at the rim, if not grazing
Right.
it. So there's really no excuse for that. So,
And I don't know, is that coaching? I mean,
well,
because Porter should be giving you 10, Crowder should be giving you 10.
I'm leading into that because my very next question was, so we've been getting kind of 20, like you mentioned, and been pissed about. We've been blowing 20-point leads, getting beat by 20. Some of that stuff is motivation, and where I always say it's the coach. But let me ask, with us acquiring 2 superstars, not a Batman, not a Robin, we got a 1 and a 1A. So with us getting 2 dominant superstars, is it really best to have a rookie coach try to manage that?
I don't think that that's a problem because of the 2 superstars. There's no egos.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
you don't
but
have to manage them.
you may not have to manage ego, but you may have to literally manage scoring and setting up plays for one player or the next, or advising that it's Dame time or it's Giannis time or whatever the case may be.
But I think that's being established because if you notice now, fourth quarter is Dame time. That's when usually Dame turn up, is in the fourth quarter. He kind of played passive the first 3 quarters, or pick his spot. He'll score a bucket here, a bucket there. But in that fourth quarter, he usually give you close to 10.
Yeah,
in that
but
fourth, he gonna usually give you close to 10 points.
I think 15 shots, I don't know if that's enough for him in a ball game.
But how many free throws did he have?
That I don't know.
I think he was like 9 of 10 or something like that.
Probably
He's
a
still
little
getting
less
to the
than that.
line
He
double
had
digit
21.
times.
He had 21, and I know he hit a couple threes. So
Mhm.
I mean, he was at the bench, but I still think. So you brought in Phil Jackson for Shaq and Kobe, and I don't even know if it was for ego or was it to set up an offense to where they both can get their money. And we need to have an offense set up for Dame and Giannis where they both can get their money.
Mike D'Antoni.
And that would
as
he's
an assistant coach.
He's an offensive minded coach as an assistant, but I'm a
As an
little worried.
assistant, yeah.
I'm worried about Adrian Griffin's his career here in Milwaukee. I think he can easily get scapegoated, and they go after a more experienced coach.
Give him that Ray Rhodes treatment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that's why firing or the resigning of Terry Stotts was crucial, because that was the veteran.
Yeah,
but
that was going to be the pseudo head coach.
No, I think it would have been the right veteran, I think he would have been the right veteran.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that Griffin, I don't know if it was like an intimidation thing where he wants it his way. He don't want nobody over his shoulder. Um, but yeah, man, the effort ain't there.
But
I
see,
mean,
that's where
the blown lead,
coaching. That's where I still go
yeah,
back with coaching.
but it does, but it comes down to the players too, man. Think about this. The Brooklyn game. The center was Ben Simmons. And he gave you what, 15, 16 rebounds?
Ben,
How can you not exactly? How can you not be feeding the ball down in the post to the bigs or grabbing all the boards?
well, you can't give it to Brook Lopez. You can't give him. He's not a down low player.
He can't, but he
Oh no,
can
he
be.
got post moves, bro. No.
Exactly.
Brooks bag in the
Yeah.
post is deep
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it in a very long time.
because they don't
Well,
emphasize. They emphasized it a couple games last year. He was killing.
yeah.
He looked really slow to me in
Oh, he's
anything
definitely
other
slow.
than.
But you can't tell me that him down on the post or Portis in the post, any or Giannis in the post couldn't have taken advantage of Ben Simmons down low. That was their tallest player. Claxton
Yeah.
was out. They didn't have any more size down low. Pause. But
Good pause. I respect
Good
it.
pause. Yeah.
yeah, they have to be taking advantage of those situations. If not scoring, at least rebounding. My problem with them has been the blown leads, and that's effort, and rebounding.
Right.
Second chance points.
No, second checks. Yeah, the rebounding has been a problem, a huge problem. I feel like teams get a lot of offensive rebounds on our watch.
Right. A
Yeah.
lot of second chance shots that end up being threes.
Yeah, Simmons did
And,
drop. He got 4 and 15 that night.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
and I
He
don't
got
know if you
4
guys realize that, and we're like 18th or we're on the bottom of the list on a lot of categories.
defense.
I think we like 18th in turnovers,
We dead last
27th
the
or
most
24th
defensive
in
stats.
assists.
No, we're
Yeah,
struggling in
we're
a lot of categories.
But the
yeah,
thing is, even with all that being said, we done beat 3 playoff teams, not knowing what we doing and playing terrible, and not having our third best player available for starter minutes. I think that's something to be said for the team. That even though they don't really know what they're doing, we have enough talent where we can overcome a lot.
And we do need
The
some
Knicks
bigs.
ain't no scrubs. The Knicks ain't no scrubs. Brooklyn ain't no scrubs. And Philly ain't scrubs.
True. Yeah, and I
So I
don't
think
think
it's something to be said for that.
Toronto, and even Toronto, they're
Yeah, they're not scrubs.
a okay team. They're not,
Yeah,
bottom of the barrel.
yeah.
right. I like Scotty Barnes over there too.
So I've been trying to keep an eye on a Lillard watch. Excuse me, I'm sorry, a Holiday watch. I've been, comparing the
Mhm.
two, and it's early off. But right now, Drew's at 14, 8, and 5, shooting 44%. Dame's 23, 5, and 5, shooting 40%.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I still think Dame is going to excel. Whereas I think Drew's numbers are going to probably be in
How
that
about
range,
that?
especially with having Brown and Tatum there.
Tatum, Kristaps.
Yeah, he's gonna probably
Fourth
be.
option.
Yeah, this is
Fourth
probably
option.
where
Yeah.
he'll be. Yep, this probably be where he's at. But I do expect more from Dame so far too.
Mm-hmm.
So another question. I'm gonna veer off of Milwaukee for now. What do you think the Knicks should do with Julius Randle?
I don't know if they
It's
have
a
any options.
it's a problem though. It's a major problem with him there in New York. He's not living up to his
Well, no, he
paper.
had that ankle surgery in the off season, so he's not gonna be back right for a minute. He had ankle surgery. If you
Yeah,
look at his
but
numbers last year, they're not bad. Look at his numbers the last couple of
yeah,
years. They're not bad.
I understand. I guess I understand his ankle may be hurt, but if you're shooting 4 for 17 and whatnot, and if it's your ankle, maybe you shouldn't be playing. Because now, to me, you're more hindering the team than anything. If it's his ankle, I'd rather you sit and rest than put up these numbers.
True.
It, and him and R.J. Barrett both have a problem. Um, they can only what is it? I think they can only go left.
Yeah, I
Both
think
of them.
Interesting.
they got the
Both
Brown
of them.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jaylen Brown can't go left.
Nah, even if you
And I
want,
don't know what do you get for Julius Randle at
that's
this
the
point.
That's what I'm
problem.
saying. You're not gonna get no first round draft picks or nothing
No.
usable.
No, and that's the problem. That's the problem. But his contract. People would have to eat that contract, and I don't know a lot of teams that would want to do that unless they feel
Unless
like
he
he's
starts showing
ideal.
something.
Yeah, or he's ideal
He
for
gonna
their
have to start
system.
hooping.
But he
He
another
gonna have to
dude, like
start hooping.
he relies to me a little too much on his jumper. Like he shoots a
Yeah.
little too many jumpers for me. You know, like I'm good with him doing it, but if it's not hitting, you keep shooting it.
He don't got it. Yeah, he gonna keep
You need a
shooting.
plan B bad.
That's the state of basketball right now.
It is. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
Shooting threes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with big men too. That's
Mhm.
what you.
Yeah.
So this is just an odd question that I just thought up with you saying that, Lamont. How different do you think DeMarcus Cousins' career would have been if it was a different era of basketball?
I don't think it would have mattered. I think it was the
You think it would
injury.
have changed?
Yeah, it was his injuries. Because he could play inside, outside.
Oh,
He had, and
Boogie
he
was
started,
cold, bro.
and once he started shooting
Boogie
that
was
three
cold,
too.
bro. Yeah, Boogie
Yeah.
was cold. Remember, let's not forget him and Anthony Davis, two big men in the era of guards, was giving people work over there in New Orleans. They was giving people work. They was both getting like 26 and 12. Like it was crazy.
He has the 3-point shooting, but I guess if he would have, because even his last few years in the league where he bounced around, even with Milwaukee, I think Golden State, he spent time, and was it LA? Somewhere else he spent time.
Lakers.
Denver.
Nobody wanted to keep him though, and he was for cheap.
It was, yeah, it was injuries, and they didn't really know how to use him. Because the Bucks should have kept him. We let him go, and he was playing well for the Bucks.
Yeah,
he was playing well.
Thank you, Lamont. Thank you. You telling me he ain't
We
better
let
than
him
Robin
go.
Lopez? That's crazy.
Right. I don't get that.
But what we did was he had 10-day contracts.
Yep.
They should have signed him for the rest of the season. Instead, they let him go and bring in Ibaka and don't use him at all.
And shout out to Mike Budenholzer, you big dummy.
You big dummy.
Yeah. Boogie should still be in the league right now.
He should.
You can't tell me that he couldn't be serviceable.
If Robin Lopez has a job, it ain't no way that Boogie shouldn't be working somewhere. It's crazy.
And
you ain't even got to go there.
Yeah.
I like Boogie. Boogie was one of my favorite players when he was for real. Oh, Boogie could do everything. He could run the break. He was almost like Jokic.
Yeah.
To keep it real.
He was a poor man's.
Yeah, like Jokic. But
And he
Jokic
gave
didn't
you
have the
that
physicality
toughness.
that D Cuz did. Cousins had some physicality to him that was different.
Yeah.
He gave you that toughness.
There it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Right.
Yep.
Was that Zach Randolph that was kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
punked him a little bit?
He was
Yeah.
like, on my
But
block,
Zach
the bullies
Randolph is
get
like
bullied.
yeah, Zach Randolph is on a different level though.
Yeah, I like
That
this.
he was an actual official gang member. I was like, it was too much going on with Zach. That
Yeah,
nigga is
Zebo was a monster.
He
right,
was.
right, for real.
Yeah, I remember him
Zebo
telling them
deserves
that.
to go to Hall of Fame though.
I
He
remember
wrong.
that too. Yeah. Hey, and Cousins didn't say nothing.
Not many people did get with Zebo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zebo was on a different level. It wasn't just
He was a
basketball.
goon. He was a goon.
Right.
Yeah, he was a straight go. He wasn't going.
So, did Memphis shoot themselves in the foot, pun intended, for getting rid of Dylan Brooks? I mean,
Yeah.
right now, he's averaging 16, 5, and 2. He's shooting almost 60% from the field.
It's
Yeah, they
early.
did. I think they made a
did
mistake.
too.
I think they made a mistake getting rid of Brooks and Jones.
Yeah, Tyus Jones, yeah. The
'Cause they ain't-
backup point guard.
He was the best. He still is. Well, now he's starting, but he was the best backup point guard in the league.
Hands down. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even a debate.
Yeah, he
You
knew how to
can't give
run that
that up.
team, and they used Dylan Brooks. He was the least of y'all worries.
Yeah, they use him as a scapegoat.
Yeah,
They couldn't
he was the
punish
least of
John,
their
so they
worries.
had to punish the next the second best troublemaker. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody had to be punished. Yeah.
But here's the thing: was Dylan Brooks a troublemaker, or was he a trash talker?
Yeah,
Trash talker.
they blamed LeBron for getting that spark. They blamed Dylan Brooks for that.
Right.
And I don't know if, I don't know if, and I guess we'll hear more stories when LeBron retires, but I don't know about him turning up much when somebody says something to him. People
he
kind of
just had a
keep their
good
face
game.
and talk crazy all the time, and he's not really bothered by that. Where like somebody like Jordan, if you blinked at him twice, he gonna be like, "Did dude just blink at me twice?" Oh, I'm dropping 40 on him. Nobody
Yeah, but you
mad
don't
at me.
get rid of him.
Yeah, like
You don't get
LeBron.
rid of him, and then you got this fool that's doing everything off the court,
Right.
and you don't do anything about that.
Right. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Good point.
Fair enough. So I got this game right that I'm going to start
Just
playing
one
with you
thing,
guys.
Mike.
Oh no, go
Just
ahead.
on the Memphis thing. This is to you, Lamont. Has Memphis now regressed to where they're a middle of a pack team, being on the upper echelon in the West since they lost those two players? Have they moved back a few steps?
Yeah, because not only did you lose those two players, you have Steven Adams that's out, Brandon Clark out. I mean, you basically running off of Desmond Bain. Jackson Jr. he ain't it, man.
He a defender.
Yeah, I would move off of him.
I don't know. I think I kind of feel like they're in a tight spot because they still don't get Morant back for another 20 games or so, 18 games or something like that. Bain, he's not ready for that driver position yet. He's a co-pilot. He ain't ready to take the plane, and fly it by himself.
You don't think so? I think he got a lot of ability, bro. I like Bane.
And I've always spoke on Bane, but I just don't think I don't know if he's ready, or I don't know if he has the pieces behind him, to do what he needs to do.
And I think a lot of that comes down to losing Jones. Because if you look at when Morant was out last year, Jones stepped in and ran that team perfectly. They didn't lose.
Right, where they was questioning how important was John Morant to the team. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah,
Definitely
losing
good
Jones
point.
was big, man.
But I can say though, this year so far, Baines is averaging almost 27, 5, and 4. Those is mean numbers.
Yeah.
Those are definitely mean numbers. But I still don't know if he's ready. I don't know if he can carry that stat.
Right
We'll
now,
see if he.
he's like a Mikal Bridges or Cam Thomas type player to me.
Yeah.
Right now,
So
you're a Robin until proven further until further notice.
So we're gonna walk right into this next segment because I got a game now that we're gonna play called Batman, Robin, Alfred, or Civilian. All right. So
Or civilian is
and
crazy.
I'm gonna pop off some names, and you tell me where you think that they fit at. All right. Batman, Robin, Alfred, or Civilian. So where would you drop Zion at right now?
Robin.
Robin.
Robin? I agree with that. Is
Yeah.
he is he able is it because he's not able to take them to I won't even say a playoff game. Is he able to get them 45 wins?
We don't know. He's never been healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
We're saying Robin off of the talent. He could
Pure
be a
talent.
Batman. We're just saying Robin off of
Off
what
of
we've
pure
seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then with we were just talking about Bane. Where would you put him?
Robin.
I thought you said he was
Robin
a
Batman
Batman.
potential.
I'm gonna say an Alfred.
Bane is
Interesting.
Alfred. You said Bane is an Alfred?
Yeah.
Explain why, sir.
Well, Alfred ain't a bad thing because Middleton is Alfred.
Right.
He is now. Middleton
Yeah.
was a
Well,
He was
which
always an
Robin.
serves him
Alfred.
best. But it serves him
Middleton
best.
was a Robin most of his career. Stop it.
But I'm saying with the role that he's about to play now, it's going to make it a lot easier for him, and it's going to serve him best. I'm not. So I'm not looking at Alfred being a bad thing.
No. It's not.
Uh, yeah, I think with Bane being that third option would fit him way better.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
What about Siakam?
Alfred.
I agree.
Alfred? Okay. All right. Last one. What about Van Vliet?
Alfred. Maybe
Alfred.
Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon. That's what I should have said. That's even better. That's better than Civilian. Commissioner Gordon is better than Civilian. That's disrespectful for Van Vliet, dude.
It
No,
is,
he's
man,
an
because he was
Alfred, bro.
hooping in Toronto.
He's what?
He was hooping in Toronto, and
No.
he's not doing bad in Houston, but he just has a lot. I mean, they got a lot going on down there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on once
I
because
agree.
I need to see what he's doing this year. I feel
Same
like
thing
he's
he
a,
always do, about 19 to 21 a game. I don't even gotta look. That's just what he do. That's why he an Alfred.
but you and Alfred's giving you 21 a game?
But he can't. Okay, let me say this. Do you
And
feel
you know what though?
comfortable?
And wait.
Do you feel comfortable with him being your second best player, Van Fleet? Nah, bro.
No,
Nah.
I get why. Okay, so this year so far, he's averaging about 17, 4, but he's dropping 8 assists. But he's shooting 37% from the field. Not from 3, the field. That's a
Yeah,
problem.
and again, I don't see Alfred as being a negative. Certain
Right.
players just fill that role a lot better, and they brought him in there um, to like manage all this young talent.
No, and it looks like, and I admittedly, I haven't seen many Houston games this year, if any. I don't think I've seen any Houston games. But looking at his stats, it looks like they have him more of a facilitator than a scorer,
Yeah,
which is probably
I can see
rattling
that.
his game, if we're being honest.
Oh,
And
I
if you look
personally
at
like
their
to demote
roster,
someone too
they're
when we get
all
done with this.
Alfreds.
You said what?
If you look at their roster, they're all Alfreds. They don't have a Batman or Robin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Houston, no, I would. I kind of agree.
yeah, they do got a whole bunch of Alfreds, right? That's
Yeah,
right.
because do you think Jalen Green is going to be a Batman or a Robin,
No, probably what he is, an Alfred. No, you're right. That's why they'll
or
be a middle of
Jabari
pack
Smith?
team, 500 team.
Right.
No, no. So who would you consider a Commissioner Gordon or a civilian um, that maybe people think is better than that's maybe that people think of as a Robin or Alfred, I guess.
Klay Thompson is now Alfred, and people still think he's a Robin. Klay Thompson ain't like that no more,
Oh,
y'all.
Oh, I thought you was
what
about to
he
call
said
him.
is,
No,
yeah,
no, no.
I
I
Right
thought
got
you
you.
were
now,
about to
Klay
call him a
Thompson,
civilian.
people still think he's a splash brother, but he really ain't no more.
Wait. You know what?
Like,
Well, let me throw one more name out there for the Batman, Robin, Alfred civilian. Uh, where's Jordan Poole?
definitely
Civilian.
Alfred. Yeah, damn near.
Or better yet, hey, better yet, he a damn crook. He done stole that money.
Right.
Man, they paid him
Got that
out the
weird
He the,
mustache and haircut, making the
he the
bill look
Riddler.
crazy.
He's the
Milwaukee
Riddler.
Zone.
Yeah.
Have they? How many games have they won this year with
Who,
him and
Wizards?
Kuzma?
Maybe
Maybe
I think
one.
two.
I think they just. I feel like they just won their last game because I thought Kuzma had a pretty good game.
Yeah, see,
Oh no,
they
no, no,
got
no! They
yeah, they
got
got a
crushed
whole
by
bunch. They
Philly.
got an Alfred, two Alfreds is their best player,
They
and
got
I'm
crushed by
questioning
Philly.
Alfred actually because are either one of them better than Chris Middleton?
I don't Kuzma. No. With Kuzma's somebody who I think is a civilian or Commissioner Gordon
Okay,
You
for
think he
sure.
is?
Huh?
I
You
think
think
he an
Kuzma?
Alfred. He'd
I
be
think
great on a
Kuzma is.
contending team as a third option.
Yeah.
Kuzma is too inconsistent for me.
But what we're saying as a third option on a good team, he would be
Yeah,
very effective.
yeah. But I think a lot of players that, like, I think that it's a lot of players out here who, like, you call Jordan Poole a civilian. So civilian is hilarious to me. But
No.
I think that if he was just like he was in Golden State, you would think of him as an Alfred. If he's a third option, if you had two other good players, like honestly, if you had him on hypothetically, like on Milwaukee, he probably clown,
Yeah.
foolishly. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of civilians could become superheroes at lower level superheroes. What else we got on here?
Yeah, they
All
can
right.
go from Krillin to Piccolo.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna hit up some football. Is CJ Stroud, is he a Pro Bowler?
It's gonna be interesting. He got a
Threw for
chance.
470 yesterday with 5 touchdowns. But more importantly, he has 14 touchdowns this year, but only 1 interception.
Yeah, he'll be a backup Pro Bowler.
I think if he can finish with at least 25 touchdowns, he'll probably solidify
With
that. And
that roster of all them young guys, I guarantee he go to Pro Bowl if they keep it up. Nobody expected the Texans to do nothing. He wasn't even a number one pick as a quarterback. It was a dude for the Panthers. And what's happening now, because of how good Stroud is playing, it's putting pressures on these other quarterbacks now to play well out the gate. Because they like, he doing it, why can't you do it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
Stroud is legit. If you watch, I don't watch some of them Texans game. He doesn't stare down receivers, bro. You'll see the slight movement in the head, like he be moving people already. It's like
He was
I'm
doing
not
that
gonna
in
say like
college.
his season. Go ahead,
yeah,
Lamont. I think I know where you're going. Go ahead, Lamont.
Yeah, he was doing that in college. It you know, it was that Alabama thing, you know. Bryce Young was not the number one pick. I don't think he was even ready for the NFL.
He don't look like it.
No.
quarterback
Stroud is
position, you
definitely
don't have to.
bringing
They
it
don't
to.
expect you out there right away in a quarterback position all the time, depending on the team. They
Right.
may be
Yeah.
cool with letting you marinate.
Yeah, he stepped in though. He's looking great, man. He don't look like a rookie at all.
Right.
He's not turning
And
the
you know who
ball
else we
over.
gotta show love to? Indianapolis quarterback before he got hurt. Anthony Richardson was coming. Hey, the Colts was solid. That was a
Yeah,
playoff team if they would have still had him at quarterback.
Yeah.
Richardson was legit, and they was beating good teams with dude.
Panthers gonna be kicking themselves for a couple years
Because
because I
when you
don't think
draft a
Bryce
bad
Young is gonna
quarterback,
work
that
out.
sets your franchise back 3-4 years because you got to ride it out with the quarterback because
Yep.
you drafted him so high. So you can't just cut him after a year.
right.
They got to eat
I
that.
think Bryce Young is gonna be what was his name? Sam Darnold.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be around, hang around as a backup, but he'll never reach with his potential that people thought
Yeah.
he had. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I can understand. That's fair. That ain't bad.
No,
He better than Zach Wilson.
but I
Is
was.
he? I mean, they haven't. I mean, they're not winning.
Yeah. But the Jets got defense though. Jets got a little bit more firepower.
Hey, the Jets are 4-4. They're half game out of second place in AFC
Okay.
East.
Okay.
If Buffalo slip up, they could, Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers already out there throwing balls with no cast on his foot.
Oh, okay.
They can make moves.
What's wrong with Buffalo? Buffalo don't look the same. Is it because they can't run the ball? Buffalo look very regular to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
And was that in the group chat where I made that reference on who I thought Josh Allen's career is going to be like?
No,
I don't remember, but who did you say?
Dan Marino.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
He's going to
that
put up.
wasn't a group chat. No, that was a group chat.
Yeah, he's going to put up amazing numbers, but not win anything.
On some Dan Fouts. Yeah, okay.
Damn.
I'm not a fan of Josh Allen at all.
You don't think you can win with him? He puts up the pretty numbers, but can't. Okay.
Yeah, because he's going to be the reason you lose.
Hey, you know what? But he's the last of those gunslingers, though.
He Brett Favre.
Yeah, those gunslinger quarterbacks. They're not around no more. I think quarterbacks are a lot smarter now than.
With Brett Favre, you won and lost because of that. With Josh Allen, you lose because of it. He'll give you he'll give you the hope because later on in the games, those runs, and it'll seem like he's giving them a fighting chance, but then he's going to be the reason they lose. He's going to fumble. He's going to do something stupid.
So
understand what you're saying. Almost like a Tony Romo.
Yeah.
is Kansas City the best worst team in the NFL
Yes.
at
Yes.
7-2?
I don't trust Kansas City.
Like, is their
Kansas City could lose
7-2 a little
this.
bit fugazi? Is it a little
Yes.
fugazo?
I don't trust any team that can't run the ball. Period. You can't win a Super Bowl. You can't run the ball.
But could they run it last year?
Better than they can now.
Yeah,
It was at least
I like Kansas
a
City.
serviceable run game. They can't run it at all now, and the receivers are terrible. Besides Travis Kelce, don't nobody out there scare you for Kansas City.
Yeah, well, that's true.
No, and I
That's
agree.
true.
Their run game, they have zero run game. That's
You're
a
gonna
huge
need that in the
problem.
playoffs.
Despite the record, I think the best worst team is the Steelers, man.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Good old Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I don't know if I consider them a top team.
I mean, what is their record though?
I think, what are they like?
I know they're above
6 and 3?
500.
I think they're like 6. They maybe it's like 6-3 or something. Let me check.
You see what I'm saying? That's the point.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
point.
what I'm
right
saying.
there.
And it
That's
is
the point.
Pittsburgh.
And their offense is
No,
sketch
Pittsburgh's
at best.
whoa. Pittsburgh's 5-3.
That's still good though. That's
I mean,
still
no.
above five.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not good. It's not in the upper echelon. Is all I'm saying.
Right. They can't be with that team.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. They're overachieving.
Right.
Yeah, and it's tough. You know, they got Baltimore in there.
Yeah.
So they're
Now
gonna
that's
have
a
to
team
always
to be reckoned with is the Ravens. The Ravens got offense, defense, and X factors. The Ravens is gonna be hard to beat in the playoffs healthy.
So let me ask,
to beat.
being that it's already week 10, it's we're well into the season.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your Super Bowl predictions?
I think the Ravens are going to be there,
I can see it.
barring injury.
Yeah, barring injuries, yeah, I can see the Ravens.
Yeah, because that's always their problem.
Yeah, they never. Lamar Jackson is a great quarterback and a franchise quarterback. He just get like hurt or nicked up at the worst times. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really what it's been for him. And he's a
They're having an
legit
amazing
quarterback. He ain't
season.
just no runner. He can pass for real. I noticed that this year. I know he's been emphasizing that a little bit more, but he can pass for real now. Lamar Jackson. What y'all think, or am I hyping him too much?
No, you're not hyping
No.
him at all. They're probably the most dangerous team in football, if we're being honest. I think Philly may be the best team in football. Yeah, I think Philly may be the best team in football, but I think Baltimore is the most dangerous. I think they can knock off anybody.
Philly still ain't playing good. I don't know how they beating teams like this. Philly ain't playing good. I'm telling you, they not playing good. I don't know how they doing it.
They undefeated at home.
Yeah, if Ravens can't make it, then I can see a repeat from last year's Super Bowl.
Yeah, Eagles and KC. Yep.
Yeah.
Eagles in there.
What y'all think about the Chargers quarterback?
He's solid.
He better than Josh Allen?
Yeah.
I like.
And I think Justin Herbert.
Yeah. He got game. I mess with Herbert.
No, he
it's the coach. That coach is horrible, man. He shouldn't be an NFL coach at all. He's horrible.
Because I was arguing with Mike. We were saying, is Herbert almost tier 1 quarterback? I got him as tier 2 now, knocking on the door, being a tier 1 quarterback.
I don't think he's tier 1 yet. I don't think he's done anything enough to be a tier. The thing about quarterbacks, I think, other than any position in any sport where winning and championships really matter. Like they really matter when it comes to your resume and your career. Unlike any other sport or position, in my opinion.
Well, then that raises a question for you guys. Who are the top tier quarterbacks? Tier one.
We talked, it's funny, we talked about this week 1.
Right.
We had this conversation week 1 or week 2 when we talked about it. Because that's
So
when
who would your top tier quarterbacks be?
But hold on, that's when your initial Josh Allen hate was discovered. That's when we discovered it. Because we had him, we were on the fence with him. So we didn't include Aaron Rodgers because of the injury. So we have Lamar Jackson.
Mahomes.
You got Pat Mahomes. Philly's quarterback.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Excuse me.
And Burrow?
Yep, Burrow.
Oh, Joe.
Joe Burrow. Yeah, Joe Burrow cold.
Even with his slow starts. And then
so the reason why I asked you guys that, look at those 4 that you just picked. Look who's coaching them. They got solid coaches.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert doesn't have that.
I don't know who his quarterback coach is.
You do got a point there. I forgot who that quarterback
his
coach
head coach, Staley, is horrible.
No, I'm just saying. I wonder who their quarterback coach is. Sometimes the staff at least helps out to a certain extent.
Yeah, I would love for. I know that Sean Payton wanted that job, but I would like to see which one is it? Is it Jim Harbaugh leave Michigan and go out there and coach them?
Oh, that would be cool. I could see that.
Yeah, I don't know if
because I think he's tier 1. I think he's tier 1, but his coach is holding that whole team back. Chargers been like that for a while, though, haven't they? Even with Phillip Rivers, they were always that team.
That's why they could never get over the hump. It was coaching that was their demise, just like the Packers.
Always.
Just like the Packers. Mike McCarthy.
What's an interesting fact is 44% of the NFL quarterbacks now starting black. 44%. That's why.
That was by force, not choice.
No, I don't agree. I think that's by choice. Well, it's both. It's both because you gotta get talent out there.
You gotta have an athletic quarterback now that can move. If you don't, you fool.
But even that though, they tried to have the stereotype that black quarterbacks had to run, but this is a pass league now.
Right.
They're passing the ball, so you can't,
And that's why I say I think they changed the narrative.
Yeah. No, it's a different ball game now.
Speaking of coaching, just to go back to that for a minute, that's why Jalen Hurts is cold. Nobody believed in Jalen Hurts. He was an afterthought when he got drafted, but he got with the right coach that built a system around the player. That's why coaching matters. That they built that system around Jalen Hurts. That RPO stuff or whatever they call it is unstoppable with dude. It's unstoppable. They dropped 30 without even playing for real. Think about that. They dropping 30 on good teams, not even playing for real. Just because that RPO, they had people running wide open. Like the coaching matter. I just started thinking about that again, Lamont. That's a great point, bro. Like coaching do matter, even maybe more in the NFL than any other sport.
Yeah, same thing with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, coaching. Coaching hands down is the most important in football than any sport. I would agree with that. It's way too many strategies going on in football to where it's important to have a great coach. Packers.
Was you saying Lamar Jackson, Lamont? Because that's another good point. Was you saying Lamar Jackson with his coach?
Yeah, the same thing because Harbaugh got rid of the starter. Who was it at the time?
Flacco.
He wasn't. That was a Super Bowl winning quarterback, despite what you would think of him. But got rid of him, saw the talent in Lamar Jackson, and built that team around him.
Yeah.
Literally, and told the media that's what he was going to do. He told people what he was about to do. They
I
thought
think
he was
Flacco
crazy.
out of there.
And the prime example of coaching, what Mike just said, is look what just happened with the Raiders.
Just
Yeah.
a
That looked like
change
a
in the
whole
coach.
different team.
But and you know what was still crazy though? They still couldn't get Adams to football.
You got to have a real quarterback though, too. That's the problem. They don't
Yeah,
got
they
no
playing with
quarterback.
they're playing with a rookie backup.
Yeah, and they are
Yeah,
happy with.
yeah.
They are
They need
extremely
to.
happy with that.
Garoppolo's really bad. Like he's the reason the 49ers don't have a Super Bowl. It's him.
Yeah.
Defense
It's
way too
literally
good.
him.
Defense is
And
way
low
too
key,
good.
Brock
for them.
Purdy overrated too. I think Brock Purdy overrated.
You know,
Well,
Brock Purdy is low key trash.
all the toys gone. You see what he really about.
Yeah, I
Do
hate
you
to
see
say
what I'm
it.
saying? Right. You don't
He
got
is low-key
Debo and
trash.
Mac to make everything easy. That you have time. Now when it's on your arm, you can't do it. He can't do it.
No, I agree.
He was
And I didn't
fool's gold.
expect.
Mike O voice.
Well, he was the last pick of the draft. So I mean,
Yeah, it's for a
he
reason.
he exceeded expectations,
Right. I agree.
and now reality's sinking in.
He's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's not a quarterback that gets you to the Super Bowl. Absolutely not.
Especially not with the weapons.
But you give a lot of quarterbacks those weapons, they're going to go off. You know what I'm saying? You give Jordan Love, Christian McCaffrey, and Debo Samuel, Kittle. He'll do some work. Hey, our receivers don't be fighting for the ball, bro. They don't. Packers
I'm not gonna go that
receivers
far.
do. They don't be fighting, bro.
Jordan
Love
Love
gonna
is
show
horrible.
y'all. Love gonna show y'all. He gonna show y'all. So it's really only like 4 tier 1 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, it's still getting this
Because I
status.
would say that Herbert is better than I trust Herbert more than Josh Allen a little bit. Even though he hasn't gone as far in the playoffs, I trust Justin Herbert more than I trust Josh Allen.
You know who Herbert reminds me of? Trevor Lawrence.
Okay. I like Trevor Lawrence as a solid. That's a good franchise quarterback. I feel like the Jaguars did good getting Trevor Lawrence. I feel he's solid.
If you look at, I mean, when you think of a quarterback, they both have the height, the size. I mean, they, physically, they fit the bill. They got cannons for arms, smart.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the only difference is Lawrence is playing with Doug Peterson, a good coach,
Right.
and he out there with that fool Staley.
Yeah, true. Damn.
Because there's more talent on the Chargers than it is Jacksonville.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Just at the receiving core alone and the defensive like stars, they still got Khalil Mack and Bosa. They got a team. They have a playoff caliber roster. Let me say that. The Chargers have a playoff caliber roster.
They have to get rid of that coach, or they're going to waste Herbert's best year. They're going to waste a lot of those players' best years because Keenan Allen is getting up there.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
Yeah, he 10 years plus. He got to be around Mike Evans' age.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen got to be around Mike Evans' age. And we got to shout out Baker Mayfield. He done had a resurgence this year. He look a lot better than he has.
He's rejuvenated his career for real.
That was a hell of a game.
Yeah. That was a great game to watch. That was a classic to me. That was an instant classic.
Yeah.
That reminded me of like the shootout between Buffalo and Kansas City in the play, where whoever got the ball last was going to win. It didn't matter how much time was left, and none of that mattered. Whoever had the ball last was going to win.
And you had two teams that who would have thought would be in a position they in right now with
Right.
two quarterbacks that you didn't expect.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a hell of a game.
Oh, is Tua a tier 1 quarterback looking at his stats?
Not
No.
yet.
Okay. All right, I'm just asking. I just threw it out there because if you look at his numbers, they're really inflated for, you know what I'm saying?
Not yet.
Yeah.
He's getting there. He's
But
still
he got some. I
injury
mean,
free,
his team is beyond stacked though, bro.
but he's staying healthy too, though.
Well, yeah, you don't have to worry about getting sacked. You can run the ball for 200 yards, pass for 300 yards. I mean, his life is easy now.
I mean, he's not getting concussed. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, they can't put pressure on. How do you defend them?
I mean, well, shit.
But
They're
do you
5-2
realize?
right now? They've got some chinks in their armor.
Mm-hmm.
And do you realize it's been a full calendar year since they've beaten anybody with a winning record?
What?
Yeah, they've lost. I saw that too. I feel like we talked about that last week for some reason. I thought we did, and every good team that they played, they've taken the L to.
Yep.
Huh?
So that's,
Yeah, they just lost to the Chiefs.
although they're explosive, it's getting to the point where, using your word, starting to get looking like fool's gold.
Right. It might be. It just don't see because you be seeing them dropping 70 on somebody doing all this. Why? But I guess it's against teams that don't matter.
Yeah, they beat the teams
Yep.
that they can beat, that they're supposed to beat. Which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just you got to step your game up, apparently.
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, once you get into the playoffs, those are teams with winning records.
Right.
Fair.
So wait. Did everybody give their Super Bowl? Lamont, I think that you said Philly a rematch. I think did y'all both say rematch?
Possible.
AC and Philly?
Yeah, Philly
I said
and
Ravens, but
Ravens or Philly and Chiefs.
Yeah.
Dark horse being the 49ers because that defense is ridiculous.
I'm gonna say Philly and Ravens.
Okay.
I don't have faith in. I think
You don't think Dallas has a chance, right? Dallas got a chance?
Nope. Not with that quarterback.
Damn,
Not
y'all
with that
got no
quarterback.
faith in Dak. Dak to show signs.
No, they got a great defense, but now he shows signs, but that ain't enough.
Did you hear what Dak Prescott said when he said if him and a bear are in the woods fighting, pour honey on him?
Who else? Somebody else said that.
That's some wild.
He got that from somebody.
I don't know where he got it from, man, but Dak needs to shut up, man.
Yeah.
You know who he's starting to sound like? Russell Wilson. Too positive. Like, dude, you're not winning anything.
Right.
Yeah. Don't.
I won't call him mediocre. I say he like a B quarterback.
Who? Dak?
Dak. Yeah, he a B.
I give him B minus maybe.
Yeah.
C plus. Cause C plus, I think C is average, right?
He's above average though.
No, C plus. C, a C is average. He's C plus. You get a notch. I don't want to put him in a category that I don't think that he really deserves to be put in. And it's not even coming from. I'm not even doing it as a hater of Dallas. I just don't think that he's an elite quarterback. I think he does enough, and I think that they need more from him than what he can offer. His talents only get you so far.
But is it the defense?
Right. I get what you're saying because they have an elite defense.
Yeah, I think he's a very average quarterback.
Okay.
But when I think of the year the Bears went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Colts.
Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman. I think he's better than Rex Grossman.
Yeah, he's better than Rex Grossman. Yes.
But wait. What was it? Was Dallas's is Dallas's defense better than that Bears defense?
No.
But that's the yin and the
Yeah.
yang kind of supporting your.
They're a good defense, but that Bears defense caused so many turnovers and wreaked so much havoc. That was a young Urlacher, and then the black linebacker, I can't remember. They had a stacked team. Peanut Tillman. They had all types of Pro Bowlers on that defense. Remember, the defense was scoring more points than the offense at certain points in the season.
Yeah,
Grossman. Boy, then you had the instant.
It was weird.
Yeah, then you had the instant return man with Devin Hester.
I forgot. Man. Grossman just had to manage the game. That's all he had to do was not turn the ball over. The defense would score and do what they needed to.
But you would have thought Jimmy G could do the same thing.
So
He's
is Dak?
I know. I'm just saying.
So is Dak Kirk Cousins?
Yes.
Kirk Cousins. Whoa! I bet if you put up numbers for their first years and match them up, I think Kirk Cousins' numbers would be. I don't want to say a lot better than Dak's, but I bet it'll be better than Dak's.
But the thing is, I think we're not just looking at the stats, how they play. They put up stats but don't win.
I don't think Dak puts up big numbers.
He puts up. He's been to the Pro Bowl a couple times now. We're not going to do that to him.
No, I'm not saying again. I'm not saying he's trash. I just don't know if he's.
But his career is mirroring Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I like to do a side by side. I don't agree with neither one of
you. They're going to regret paying him that money.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, they regret it now.
And hasn't won anything.
No.
But he put up good numbers during the regular season. Everybody get their money. All the receivers get their money. When Thielen was there, Jefferson, they all get their money. He just can't win when it counts. That's his problem.
Yeah.
When the lights is on the brightest, he can't do it. He just can't.
You pulling up the numbers, Mike? Yeah,
they're gonna be closer than you think.
I mean,
Dak ain't trash.
And what I'm saying is he's had two breakout years. To me, everything else has been mild. In 2019, he had 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's probably when he went to the Pro Bowl. And then in 2021, he had 37 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. But years before, 22 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. 22 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. 9 and 4 for some reason. 23 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. I like I said, I don't think.
But what is his passing yards? Because those numbers are going to kind of look crazy because you had Ezekiel running the ball in for a lot of touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ezekiel was in his bag back then. That was
no.
15.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I just don't think that it would be as impactful as that you would think. But let's look. The years again. His breakout years. The 2019, he passed for almost 5,000 yards.
Okay.
4,900. In 2021, 4,400. So the run game clearly was still there then. It's not being.
No. I'm saying as far as the amount of touchdowns, he's not throwing touchdowns.
Oh, I get what you're saying. You're saying touchdown. Yeah. I thought you were saying passing yards. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
So I bet you those numbers are pretty comparable to Kirk Cousins.
Well, now, pull up Kirk Cousins so I can keep these here.
All right. Hold on, give me a second.
You know, always been slow. To be such an IT dude.
Right.
My time, brother, so I don't make mistakes, sir.
I've already beat him to the punch. So.
See, he got some
No, you already know. I know you see it. These numbers. Kirk Cousins is better than him. Kirk Cousins is
No,
better than
his,
him.
his
Y'all
numbers are
disrespected.
better. I
Y'all
mean,
disrespected.
29, 14, 33, 7,
Yeah.
35,
No,
13.
no. Hold on. Let's just go by passing
Okay.
yards because
No,
we already
that
know.
too. That
Okay,
too.
what are the passing yards?
That too. So
So what was it last year? 4,500, 4,200, 4,200, 3,600, 4,200, 4,000, 4,900, 4,100,
and
1,700.
so I'm just gonna say this about Dak, so I'm gonna read off all his numbers. 2019, 4,900 passing yards. 2021, 4,400. He didn't get 4,000 yards at all the
Okay.
rest of his career.
Damn.
Some of that was injury because he was out.
I knew you was a Dallas fan. Just go ahead and admit it.
No, I'm just being honest.
Protect this man.
Oh no,
He
I
light
don't like
skinned.
that.
He
I'm
light
just
skinned.
being
He light
fair to
skinned.
him.
He light skinned. That's what
I'm
it
just
is.
being
Just say
fair.
it.
No, I don't know what he is. We don't
Light-
pour honey ourselves.
he said the light skinned community called and we spoke about this.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Nowhere in the manual did it say honey.
You know, I'm one of them light skinned people I grew up around dark skinned people, so I take on a different personality.
You know
Man,
what?
Zach
I can
Wilson
vouch for that.
terrible.
There we go.
So, hey, so before we do the NFL picks, I want to pivot back to basketball again because it was something that I forgot to mention. So, the NBA brought out this, did you see the under 25, top 25 players?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. So, the main one, you got to help me fix whatever this static is too, and I don't know where it's coming from. Luka was number 1.
I knew it.
Anthony Edwards was number 2.
I like
Now the
Anthony.
number 3 pick is who I want to talk about, and I want to start naming off names to see if he's better than these other people. Victor Wemby was number 3.
Wait, what?
Yes, Wemby was number 3,
Damn.
which was a huge surprise to me. There's no way he deserves a number 3 spot, and this is the problem I have when they put up these lists. Because do you remember when they made the top 50 greatest of all time?
Mm-hmm.
But Shaq shouldn't have been on that list at that time. He should be on the list. At the time that they made the list, it was people, and if it wasn't Shaq, it was people that was on there too soon. Their careers were still going on. And I just got a thing, like, if your career isn't over with, you shouldn't be on these lists for discussion until your career is over with and said and done. And then we talk about that. Otherwise, sometimes I think they jump the gun, like on this Victor list.
The only pushback I'll give on that, Mike, is Shaq had some years in the game at that
Yeah.
point. This
And it
dude has
maybe
only
wasn't
played
Shaq.
5 games.
It maybe wasn't Shaq. I just remember somebody or was it LeBron? Somebody was very fresh and new on that list, and I can't remember exactly who it was at that time.
But I mean, whoever it was, I'm pretty sure had a couple years in the league.
But I don't
This
think
dude ain't even played 10 games.
right. Yeah, right. Right.
That's hilarious.
So
yeah,
these
they
are
are
the people.
anointing him already. I see that.
These are the people they have under him. Pause. Tyrese Halliburton,
I like him.
Ja Morant,
Okay.
Cade Cunningham, who I like,
Yeah.
Zion, Darius Garden, LaMelo Ball. These are all people to me that are better than Wemby at this point in his career. Right now. When it's all said and done, he may fall in this order. But right now, no. That's
and and those other players have proven to be that.
exactly. This is disrespectful, if you ask me.
They're giving him way too much, way too soon.
Yeah, Chet Holmgren is on here. I don't think he deserved to be on here yet.
No.
But he cold.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but he's
he
5 games in. I mean,
Yeah,
they
that's
haven't
true.
even played 10
Right,
games.
like he's
Yeah.
5 games. No, you right. You right.
He hasn't done
You
enough.
right.
Tyler
For
Hero,
them huh?
Tyler Hero made the list all the
Oh,
way
he
at number
should.
22.
He should.
Yeah, that's fair. I hate them. I don't like Luka, so I hate that he's even top.
He deserves it though.
Yeah, Luka
Yeah.
Cole with that slow, steady gameplay he got, but
Him and Anthony
Yeah,
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards
I
is
like
explosive.
Anthony.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
Anthony
I
Edwards
think
is
that they
explosive.
deserve to be on that number 1 and 2. I think John Morant should have probably been at a higher position. Because
Maybe number 1.
yeah, because if we exclude Wemby, then they got Tyrese Halliburton at would be number 3. And is he better than John Morant?
Who, Halliburton?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like Halliburton. I'm not gonna say better than Ja, but I really like Halliburton.
John's averaging like 25 a game though.
Yeah, I think Ja would be number 1.
Yeah. I understand Ja being number 1. I could see him being in one of the top 3 though, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Luka. We talked about him, man. He's James Harden.
Yeah.
Oh, you are right. All right. So lastly, these NFL picks were horrible. Am, you did great. You got 11 right.
Oh damn! I didn't think. Okay.
Yeah, I got 6, and Lamont got 8.
Okay.
Well, back to normal.
Ain't that about him? All right, we'll get these orders picks going. I'm still getting this static. You can hear it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's causing it. I took my microphone. I thought it was the microphone.
Yeah, I don't know what it's. You getting feedback from somewhere. You probably have to check in the settings to see what's your input and output on the laptop.
And you know what's funny is that I can't hear it. Even the last show that we did, I couldn't hear what you guys were talking about until I watched it.
Oh, that's wow.
Huh.
Like right
so you
now,
don't hear
I can't.
nothing at all?
No, for a minute, Mike sound muffled, so I don't know if he did something with his mic, but I don't hear any feedback or any noise.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm getting feedback. So I sound muffled to you right now?
No, not right now,
No,
but I
not
can still
now.
hear the extra.
Yeah, I don't know where this feedback is coming from. I must have did something.
Yeah, something is. Yeah, let's get through these picks though.
All right, let's do it. This is really bothering me. I'm gonna punch this laptop in any second.
No, respect the laptop, bro.
All right, we on week 10. All right, we'll be quick. Panthers, Bears in Chicago.
There's
Going Bears. Packers, Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Who is Kenny Pickett back for the Steelers?
I don't know. Let me look.
Hell, the better question would be: is Jordan Love still a Packer?
Right.
Hilarious.
They got Pickett. He's in there. He's playing.
Oh, I'll go Steelers.
All right, we all got the Steelers. Colts and Patriots.
Colts.
Yeah, I gotta go Colts. It's in New England though.
Colts.
Oh wait, this is a Germany game too. It's in Frankfurt.
Shout out to Frankfurt.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go Patriots.
I'm going to switch to Patriots just because it's in Germany.
I'm gonna go Colts still.
All right. Texans Bengals should be a good game. Dang, that should be a good
Bengals.
game.
Bengals.
I'm going Bengals. Oh, yeah, okay.
Like Joe
Titans
Burrow.
Buccaneers.
Bucks.
Buccaneer.
Yeah, I can't. Titans have disappointed me every time. Good game.
Yeah.
Brown.
Derrick Henry washed. Well, go
He
ahead.
is washed. Browns Ravens. This is gonna be a good game.
I still go
Ravens.
Ravens.
I'm going Ravens. This is gonna be at home.
That'll be a
Another
good
good
game,
game.
like-
One second now. Do you think Derrick Henry is washed, or he just tired of playing with a team that he ain't going nowhere?
Good point.
Oh,
base
that's
it
a
on
curve.
You know what I
performance-
mean?
Yeah, if I base
Like,
it on
why am I
performance-
constantly battering myself up for a team that we're not doing anything? Just put
Yeah.
that out there.
No, and that's an excellent
That's
point.
valid though. That's real valid.
So who we got? Browns Ravens. I'm going
I got
Ravens.
Ravens.
I think we already picked that one. Sorry.
Yeah.
49ers and Jaguars. Good game.
Jack.
Going Jags. I don't trust the Niners.
Are the Niners still without Debo in there?
I don't know if Debo Samuels is playing. I'm not sure. That I don't know.
I'm gonna go Niners, but I might change my pick later. But now I'm going Niners.
Too late. Saints and Vikings.
All right. Saints.
In Minnesota.
Saints.
I'm gonna go
I'm
Minnesota.
gonna go Vikings, man. I
Yeah,
like
it's at home.
Dobbs.
And it's at home. I like Minnesota at home. Falcons and Cardinals.
Falcons.
Falcons.
Of course. Cardinals is going for that number one pick.
Well, that's the reason why they got rid of Dobbs.
Yeah. Or it don't even got to be number one, really. Top three is will do them good.
Right.
Lions and Chargers.
I'm going Chargers.
I think what's the name is coming back. Their running back is
Damn. I like the Chargers in that game, man, but that coach. Despite him, I'm going Chargers.
all right. I'm going Lions. Giants and Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I want to say Giants just to say Giants, but Cowboys. Commanders and Seahawks in Seattle. I'm
Seahawks.
going Seattle. Jets and Raiders.
Oof.
That's a big
Raiders.
game.
They hot right now.
Yeah, I'm going with Raiders.
Yeah, they anticipated Aaron Rodgers to be playing in this game because this is a Sunday night game. Yeah, I'm gonna go Raiders too. Broncos and Bills in Buffalo.
Bills.
Gotta go Bills. Seemed to be a pretty easy schedule this week. Watch all of them be upsets.
Right.
Right. I can see that one being an upset.
Yeah.
Of all those games, I think that one would be the upset. That one and the Browns.
Yep.
Also, we
I can see
got Detroit Bucks. The Bucks playing Detroit tomorrow. It would hopefully give us a 2-game winning streak if we can.
Yeah. Go ahead and close them out.
Which we need it. We need the confidence.
Yeah. Get on a winning streak.
And that is going to end
Why?
because I think we're going to get beat by Indiana.
Oh, we do play Indiana. I'm not worried
They're a
about.
solid team.
I ain't worried about Indiana.
You know something? We have the most problems with the teams that really don't have like that one solid superstar. When they spread the ball around, we have
Oh
problems.
yeah, with multiple.
So
That's what Toronto did. Exactly. Like they had like
And
6
didn't
or
I say
7
that?
people in double figures. 6 or 7 people in double figures.
You
Same
remember
when
I
we
said
played
that?
Atlanta. 5, 6, 7 people in double figures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I hopefully they can beat them, but I just based off of how we've been looking, I think Indiana might get
Yeah,
that
we
one.
play better against good teams. For whatever that counts for, we play better against good teams. Like we just scored 100, almost 130 points. We weren't doing that all year, but when we had to, we did. Quality team, bring that out of us.
It'll be interesting.
But we got to quit blowing these leads, man.
Yep.
Every game.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when them leads start dwindle, they need to start feeding Dame the ball and get out the way. I'm dead serious about that. Like we got a 20-point lead to get down to 12. Give Dame the ball, get out the way, because one or two things gonna happen. He gonna hit a shot or go to the line just to slow the momentum down. You gotta use Dame like that. You got he a run stopper or he a run starter, bro. That's what he does.
But
I agree with that. But I think the bigger problem, man, and I'm gonna keep on saying it, they gotta crash the boards. We got to get second chance opportunities and limit second chance opportunities.
No, I agree.
But Giannis is the leads in rebounding, I'm pretty sure. Is part of the problem is us trying to stretch the defense out, spread the defense out, so Giannis can go to the basket. So our bigs are out there. We're not really able to rebound probably as much as we should be because of that.
Well, that's a bad strategy there.
Yeah, I mean, it also
the coach got to make some adjustments. He listening to the players and all this. Like, what is your ideology, my dude?
He's a rookie.
I'm giving him 20 games, and hopefully I see it within there. Otherwise, I'm gonna start bombing on Griffin. You was in here talking real spicy in the preseason and all this about how you make adjustments and defense and all what you did in Toronto. Hey, let me chill out. Let me get
Adrian Griffin looked like his puppy died the day before the game. Dude looked sad all the time. I don't care what's happening. He just looked droopy and sad all the time. Dude needed.
Yeah, man. We'll see. Like I think we've all agreed. 15-5 has to be what they looking like after 20.
I'm concerned. I'm a bit concerned with Giannis offensively. I'm worried that he's relying on that spin move way too much. And I don't see anything that transcended from working out with Olajuwon.
He resorting to what he know.
He wasn't paying attention.
And I think a problem too, and it goes back to coaching. Giannis has the ball in his hands
way too much.
That should be Dame. That should be in Dame's hands. It should definitely be in Dame's hands.
If you look at some of those games, man, Giannis is like 8 turnovers, 7 turnovers.
But
it's out of hand.
But it's like you said though, he's taken over the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's
that should be Dame. That should be Dame and Middleton.
No, I agree. I agree. Well, we'll see what happens.
Though.
No doubt. So we'll link back up next week.
Yes, sir.
Like, follow, subscribe.
I appreciate you having us on here today, bro.
Check out Am on Am's Logic, of course.
Absolutely. Salute.
No, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all don't be having to do this. Y'all don't have to do this. So I appreciate y'all helping me work on my craft.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Man, I appreciate coming on.
Well, next week, gentlemen.
Next week, fellas.
Indeed.
All right, y'all. All right, go.
All right, later.
All right, brother.
We're gonna have to have some type of battle cry when we get off here. We gotta have some type of slogan.
I'll work on something.
Figure that out.
Yeah,
we gotta figure some type of slogan out. All right, y'all. All right, go.
All right, man.
I'll see y'all in the chat.
No doubt.
All right, bro.